Hey everybody, and welcome You can't do that!
I'm eating ramen noodles, guys.
Welcome to the third episode of the Craftycast, and today we're going to be talking about indie games. And I'm joined... Well, today we're joined by our special guest, Carter Spencer.
Yeah.
Say something, Carter.
Yeah.
Ian, shut up.
How's it going? My name's Carter. I have a big dick.
Yes. Yes, well...
That.
So,
Excuse me.
So we've each chosen three indie games that we're going to talk about, and we're going to go in order. So, I'm going to go first. Now, the first game I chose was Shovel Knight. I really like Shovel Knight. I believe it's inspired by Mega Man. Now, it's got really solid gameplay, and it's got those... What?
I think it's inspired by like Mega Man along with many other NES games.
Well, yeah, probably, but it's got epic retro graphics. It's got a cool soundtrack, and it's really cool what they're doing with the DLC because they just keep releasing DLC for all the characters. And I haven't played the last one, but the previous one was really cool. Some might disagree, but what's cool?
I really enjoyed Shovel Knight.
Yeah.
I feel like its level design is fun. Like, there's not a point in the level where I actually just want to kill myself and just drop the game.
Well, some levels. There's this one level.
Those are the general levels. It's not like because of something stupid.
Okay,
It might be a bit hard or something, right?
Yes.
Like, I believe the design choices in it were great, and I really love the enemies too.
Yeah, like there's nothing unfair.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
That sounds like amazing.
I also really like the unlockable items you can use.
Yeah, I feel like that was a good addition to the game to make it unique, because you're not forced to use them either. It's if you want to.
Shovel
You
Knight.
want to get all the secrets, I think, but I also like the armor. The armor is sweet.
Yeah.
Especially the golden armor.
That doesn't do anything.
I always wear the golden armor.
And Shovel Knight even got an amiibo! Wow!
Yeah.
There's 3 more to come.
Anyways, have we talked enough about Shovel Knight?
No. It's an amazing game.
I think, like,
Probably the best game of the decade.
if I had to say one thing about the game, it's straight up it has a great design. Like, everything about it feels like it's just fun. Like, it has its own way of inviting you into the game.
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, dude.
Like, it has its own unique style that makes you want to keep playing it.
Yeah.
Like, it's not trying to copy any game too hard.
Anyways,
But
so Ian, how about your game?
well, you know I love indie games. So it was very, very, very hard to pick only 3. But my first choice is Hotline Miami 2, Wrong Number. Now, Hotline Miami 2 is a top-down beat 'em up, like, I guess kill and murder and destroy them up. It's the sequel to Hotline Miami, obviously. And it improves on the first game in basically every way. It's faster and harder, and there's more characters, and there's way more story. It definitely expands upon the story. I mean, the storyline is also amazing and confusing and great.
So, Ian, I've never played Hotline Miami, but have you played Monaco before?
Yes.
It looks, so what I'm seeing from it, it looks exactly like it.
It's nothing like it at all.
Well, that's just the style, I guess.
But man,
I've only played like one top-down shooter, but I know I really enjoyed it. I know I haven't played Hotline Miami, but I mean, it seems like a pretty solid game.
it's amazing. And like, it's also highly regarded for its music.
Yeah.
Which is just amazing.
The people look really weird in it.
They do.
I'm not sure if I like that.
I like the 80s style throughout the whole thing. Because I guess it takes place in the 80s, so yeah.
Oh, it was made by Devolver.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Devolver
dude.
Digital.
Devolver
Made by or
Digital.
published by?
It was published by Devolver.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Oh, that's cool. Anyways,
But one thing that's actually really different about the second one that I wasn't too sure about going into it is like you don't get to pick your mask. Because that was like the whole point, or not the whole point. That was like a giant part in the first game. Like you pick your mask and that determines like your special power.
Mm-hmm.
But in the second one they got rid of that. So I was really concerned, but like they executed it well because there's different characters. But and there's also a bunch of secrets and like secret endings and all these things you have to do. And yeah.
well, what's the plot of it?
So like there's this organization called the 50 Blessings, and they're like super like American. They're very, what's the word? Like proud, like, well, I don't know. Yeah, they're like really into America, and
Patriotic.
yeah, patriotic. That's it. And they hate the Russians because
Those Russians, am I right? Ugh.
yeah, because there was
Damn
like this
communism.
war. There's this war versus America and Russia, and out of that war, one of the commanders, which you actually get to interact with in the game, he like goes crazy one night and starts the 50 Blessings, and what they do, they like call people, and they'll tell them to like do stuff, like hey, go to this address and take care of business, and so they're basically telling people to go murder Russians. Like they give them an address of like a Russian hangout and they go kill them. And if the people don't do what the 50 Blessings say, then they like kill them and destroy their lives.
Neat.
So yeah.
Well, I mean, if you don't support the 50 Blessings, then you obviously support communism.
Speaking of communism, Alex, why don't you talk about your game?
I mean, actually, there's a stock market in the game, so I don't know if it's freaking communism, but so I like Slime Rancher, and that's a game developed by Monomi Park. It's a it's a first person. It's a first person. It's 3D open world, or it's kind of open world, almost or what was I saying? I don't know. Anyways, basically the plot is you come from this planet, and you went all the way across the galaxy to another planet to ranch slimes and sell them, and then, or you don't actually sell the slimes. You feed them, and then they produce stuff, and then you sell it on the plort market, and then you get money, and then you use that money to ranch your slimes better. And the reason I like it is because it's very casual. Like, if you're having a rough day or something, you just lay down and play it. And there's a ton of content in there, and everything's really cute in it, and I like it. Have any of you guys heard of it before?
I've heard of it.
I've seen some gameplay on it, and it feels like it's a very like basic idea, like just a straight out concept, and you just got to play around with it.
It looks fun.
Yeah, like it's just it's a very simple thing, and there's a lot of stuff in it. Yeah.
Would you compare it to like Animal Crossing or Harvest Moon at all?
I don't know. I haven't really played a lot of, or I never played an Animal Crossing game, and I played a bit of Harvest Moon as a kid. And I played like a couple of minutes of what's Stardew Valley. I don't think it's very like that just because of the way you play it. So all of those games are let's see. I guess they're top down, right? Well, I think there's some Harvest Moon games that aren't top down, and I guess Animal Crossing's not top down.
It kind of is.
I think it's different primarily in the way that it focuses more on livestock than crops. But there are crop systems in the game. And it's more about adventuring and just traveling around than just having your own farm. That's what I think. Anyways, super cool game. I think you could get it for, what, $20?
Hey,
yeah,
that's
$20.
pretty good.
I might have to check it out.
And it just released recently, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I thought it's been out for a long time.
Was it in beta?
It's an open beta. Yeah.
Yeah,
That makes sense.
Anyways, yeah, that's my game.
Cool. So, Shloob.
So, for my number one game I chose, it's Cave Story.
Yeah,
And I'm sure a lot of our 10 viewers have heard about Cave Story, but if you haven't,
go check out the gameplay.
it's a 2D platformer shooter where you play as the main character Quotes, and
Don't say
you
that.
explore caves.
That's like a super spoiler, dude.
They never say his name.
Wait, quote, is that a programming reference?
Oh,
He plays a lost traveler.
He plays a lost traveler. There we go. And this game, even though that it's still relevant now, released in 2004, which means it must be a good game if it's still relevant today in our gaming culture.
Of course.
It has amazing music. It has pretty good graphics for it being an 8-bit kind of style game.
Uh-huh.
And if you want to play it, it's free on Windows for now.
Wait, what?
Forever. It's a free on Windows.
Huh, okay.
The original freeware.
The original is free. But then it's on every other console since, except for Xbox and PlayStation.
Yeah.
Yikes.
So all the Nintendo consoles.
Yeah, pretty much.
Any other...
Yeah,
I
for all of them.
played the game, but I really should.
You really should. It's one of my favorite games of all time.
Are there any other characters in the game, Shloob?
Not that I can talk about, apparently.
I'm sure you can talk about Kirby Brace. Or,
Is that a programming reference?
God damn it, Eric. I just realized.
Or I just realized that. What about the Amiga?
The Amiga?
Hey guys,
They're like about
Amiga.
rabbit people.
what if the name Cave Story is a programming reference?
oh, maybe.
The JoJo
It's
reference.
CS. That's computer science.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Wait a minute.
No way.
The Cave Story Switch, CSS.
Okay, I have a question about Cave Story. So
Go
I'm
on.
looking on Steam right now, and it's listed as Cave Story Plus. Is that just like an additional version, or did it come out as Cave Story Plus?
It originally came out as regular Cave Story, but the
Oh.
Plus version was a version that came out on Steam first, I think. It's
Yeah.
like kind of updated graphics and just updated visuals and stuff.
And music. And
Yeah, music will have,
There's
like,
also additional modes.
Yeah,
It's-
like there's curly mode and
It's
stuff.
basically the better version.
It's the same
Yeah.
game, but with a lot more stuff added.
And
And the
they
version
also
on
came out
Switch,
for the Wii. Cave Story
it came out
Plus.
for Wii too, yeah.
But it's not called Cave Story Plus. It's only called Cave Story.
Yeah.
Same with
On
the
Switch,
DSi.
Well, yeah. There's also Cave Story 3D. That's only the 3DS.
Ooh.
Cave Story on the Switch is called Cave Story Plus, but it's a lot different than this version.
Cave Story Switch is my favorite version.
Yeah, I think it's the definitive version for me.
But I think like if you're a major Cave Story fan, you should definitely check out Cave Story 3D.
Yeah.
So,
If you're just
And,
getting into it, it's not a very good game.
Yeah, it's also in the genre of Metroidvania, if you like those kinds of games.
oh yeah, I'm not sure I like those kinds of games.
I like them.
So I'm looking on Steam,
Mm-hmm.
and there's one review that says that the PC version is a worthless port of a great game, and you can just play the original. It's free. So if I play
Yeah,
the
the
original,
Yeah.
where would I play that?
Let me try to see if I can find the link. Because it's just like this kind of random website.
Just look at Cave Story download.
Yeah, it's kstory.org.
Really? Oh my god.
And it was actually made by one man
Yeah, some Japanese man.
Which is crazy.
That was Chinese.
Mr. Daisuke.
Oh wait, no. Oh yeah, that's a Japanese name.
Mr. Pixel.
I thought Kid
And then-
Story was Chinese.
And then Niantic, the publisher, has picked up the game since then. And now they
You
do all
mean
the publishers
Nicholas?
from now on. Oh, no, yeah, sorry.
Don't wait. Oh.
Dude, Nicholas is amazing. I love him.
I've just only heard people call it Nicalis, so.
I've never heard that. I don't
That's
know.
cool. Yeah, I was looking at the Steam page and I was like, oh man, I'm not. This from what I've seen, it looks like a fun game. I might try it out, but it's $15. But now that's free, I might actually play it.
Definitely.
Yeah, it's a really, really fun game.
Yeah.
It's also got. I love the story.
Yeah, this one has one of the best stories I've ever heard.
Just all the secrets and the gameplay is also amazing. It's just
Yeah.
a really great game.
Yeah, I'll definitely give it a try for sure.
It's definitely on most top 10 indie games of all time.
Who's editing the document?
Okay, well, I think that's all to say for Cave Story for now.
My bad.
So,
It's Carter time.
Alright, so my top pick for indie games is a game called FTL Faster and Might.
Yeah.
Picked up this game like 3-ish years ago, I believe. And I instantly fell in love with it. I really enjoy the music. I really enjoy like just what the game revolves around. And best thing about it is that you can just drop it and pick it up later whenever you want. And another thing I like about it is that even though it's like the same concept over and over again, it doesn't feel like it gets old.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I've never beaten the game on anything but easy mode. Like, it is extremely difficult to play. Like, it's just
Never
a
beat it on
really
easy.
hard game, but it's super fun. And it feels like every run through something different happens, or you die another way.
So, I've like you've talked about this game a lot, but I don't really get what it's about.
So, the main story of it is that you are part of the rebels, and the rebels are pretty much so you have to cross an entire map, right? You are part of the rebels. The rebels are on the other side of the map.
Okay.
You are being chased down by the government fleet, pretty much. So you have to make it from one side of the map to the other side of the map. And pretty much what happens is the entire government fleet chases you, takes over the rebel place, and then at the end you have to fight the government. But here's the thing, you can't just like run across the map, because there's, let's say, checkpoints, I guess, or different areas you visit. And the idea is you have to fight other ships there, or go to shops, or earn scrap, which is the currency, to get a better ship.
Uh-huh.
And then you can also get crew members, and there's different ships you can choose from. There's different ships you can
slavery.
quests and Easter eggs.
is it a real-time strategy game?
Yeah. So
Okay.
the thing about it is that they give you a lot of options to be strategic. Like, there's a pause button, and with the pause button, you can assign multiple, just where your guns are shooting on the other ship. You can manage your energy levels, which is a really good thing I like in it. Like, it's a very fleshed out game, and it's very strategic and very hard. I have a lot of hours on it, but like I said, I've only beaten it on easy. It's just a very difficult game, but I really love it.
I love it too. It's really, I like it.
Like, I would suggest you probably don't even need the advanced edition to enjoy it. Just play whatever version you can get. It's a really enjoyable game.
Isn't the advanced edition free?
Actually, I'm not sure. It might be free if you buy it. I'm pretty sure it's just $10. It's definitely worth the $10 though.
Well, all right. So, my second game is not actually out yet. It's coming soon on October 5th, and it's
How can you talk about a game that you love that's not out?
Because it looks cool and I've researched it, alright? So you can shut your trap. Alright?
Sorry.
So, this game is called...
He has a point.
It's called A Hat in Time. It's a quirky 3D platformer, as it says on the website. It's developed by Gears for Breakfast, and it looks really fun. It has big open worlds, and apparently it has cooperative play, which I didn't know about. And also, its main character is really, really cute.
Cute. I don't think I've ever heard you say that word.
Cute.
Maybe I'll have to...
Honestly, like, just straight up, it feels like it has a really good protagonist, and if you're...
What? Huh?
Jesus Christ.
Carter, what's not on us?
Carter, can you cut out?
Carter!
I think the environments look really nice.
That character is not cute.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel
How?
about it.
What are you looking at?
I'm looking at the main character with the little top hat.
Yeah?
How is she not cute?
Well, she looks like Toon Link.
Yeah?
I did notice that a long time ago, I have to admit.
Link is cute,
Yeah.
dude. He's a hot trap. What do you
Carter, you used to be gay, shut up.
Wait, what'd you say?
You used to be gay, shut up.
I am gay.
What?
Dun, dun,
Make up
dun.
your mind!
There's only
Dude,
two
I
people
wanna-
in this world: gay people and not gay people.
You're not wrong.
Dude, I'm on the website and it says the game also has controller support and there's a PlayStation, an Xbox, and a GameCube controller.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Oh, that's cool.
Did I hear GameCube controller?
GameCube controller.
So yeah, I'm really excited to see how the game does, and I'm really looking forward to it.
That looks kind of interesting. What platforms is it releasing on?
PC, Xbox, and PS4.
And Switch, I think.
Not Switch.
I've heard Switch.
They want to, but they don't have the dev kit.
Okay. Yeah, that's... Okay, yeah.
So
That
yeah.
sucks.
Nice.
So Ian,
To the moon! Man, dude. To the Moon is one of my favorite games of all time.
You won't stop talking about it.
I try to get everybody to play it, and they're like, "Oh, okay, I'll check it out," and then they never play it.
yeah, that
Even
sounds
if it's-
familiar.
Yeah.
Even if it's already in their Steam library, they won't bother to even launch the game. And that
You
makes
haven't
me-
bought me the game.
Jesus Christ.
Because you're probably not gonna play it. Anyway,
Ian, I will play it.
no, you won't.
I've tried, but the resolution messed up an old computer.
The resolution is not good on any computer.
Well, Ian,
Oh, well,
convince
I can't play
us.
it.
Convince us to play this game.
The
Give us
resolution is
reason.
bad. The game engine is bad. The controls are bad.
And?
I really want to play this game now.
Despite this, it's incredible. It's okay. So it's like a story game, and
Oh,
it's about a man named Johnny and two people who work at a corporation. I forgot what it's called, and they have to fulfill his last wish because Johnny's about to die, and Johnny's wish is to go to the moon. So you have to get him to the moon.
okay.
And they don't like actually take him to the moon. So what their company does is they hook up these like weird mind machine thing, and they go back through all of his memories. You basically go through his entire life, and you can actually get them to like change their memories, which is kind of controversial to people in the game, and I guess kind of outside, because like you're fulfilling their last wish, but it's just a memory, like that didn't actually happen, but they think it happened,
Yeah.
which is kind of weird. But
Just a little weird.
but
Well, I think if
yeah, you go
I think if it's your last wish, and I mean, like, if you don't know, I think it's fine.
Yeah.
What kind of genre of game is it? Like strategy? Is it like just point and click?
It's point and click, which
Okay.
is it's really weird because I don't really like. Well, it's not really point and click. It's kind of like I don't
Like
know.
Putt-Putt Goes to the Zoo?
It's not it's not Putt-Putt. It's
Damn.
kind
He
of an
doesn't go to it, he saves it, dude.
I guess I would probably call it an RPG.
Speaking of
Except
Putt-Putt,
you don't find anything.
in Steam, when you look up to the moon, you get to the moon, and you also get Putt-Putt Goes to the moon.
Oh my god.
So I thought it was just a weird coincidence to mention Putt-Putt.
Oh my gosh. But also it's the music is like incredible. It's just like really incredible. And it's actually really, really sad.
Yeah, from what I'm seeing, it's like the gameplay looks a little bit like an RPG, like the combat system, like almost. Not like it doesn't look like Earthbound, but it probably acts like Earthbound. That's probably why you like it.
I don't know. Well, it doesn't really. I don't know. I just like the story.
The art in it is pretty.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, and it's actually coming out with a sequel sometime called Finding Paradise. Oh wait, dude, I think that comes out in November.
That's cool.
Actually, a lot of our favorite games are coming out in November, or not November, just fall.
Yeah.
I know A Hat Time is coming out in fall. There's a game I'm looking at called Star Control Origins that's coming out fall.
It's Mario Odyssey.
I'm going to touch on it later. Yeah, that, and then I guess the To the Moon sequel. So fall is looking pretty good for indie games.
And Love Live Sunshine Season 2.
Yeah.
Of course. And
Maybe
BoJack Horseman BoJack Horseman Season 4 coming out September 8th.
Wait, it is?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, that's not in my pants. Holy crap. I'm so excited for that.
Unfortunately, it's also at the same time as the Back to School Bash.
What a shame.
But yeah, To the
Oh,
Moon
guess
just.
I'm not on student government anymore.
Oh,
Oh.
Let's stay on topic.
Oops.
yeah, dude, just stand.
BoJack Horseman. Got my priorities.
Yeah.
To the Moon, it just really has a way of like, I don't know, you just really connect with the characters and stuff.
Mhm.
Alright.
And yeah,
Cool.
it's great. I
Looks interesting. And it's $10.
Oh, wow.
really love
That's
it.
pretty cheap.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
And yeah, I can also get you a copy for free if you want to play.
Really?
Alright, Humble Bundle.
If you actually feel
Oh.
like playing it. But it's an amazing game. And
Anyways.
it's actually, I would call it like more emotional than like Earthbound. Not Mother 3 though.
So, Alex, how about that Undertale?
Yeah. Okay. So, if you look back at Undertale now, you probably think it's just like a meme, but Undertale's
It's a
pretty.
meme.
I know when I played it, I actually had a lot of fun.
I freaking love Undertale.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I'll get crap for saying that. Like, if you say that anyway, you're gonna get crap for it, but I really don't care, because I genuinely believe it's an awesome game.
Yeah.
The music was very well done. I'm an emotional person, so it fit that suit.
Yeah.
Sweet. Yes.
I just wish I went into it more blind because I saw like gameplay of it. And
Yeah.
then, so I'm like, oh, I know what's gonna happen. But anyways, I had a lot of fun with it. Just the community kind of ruined it, and if the community wasn't as terrible as it is, then you probably wouldn't be hearing so much crap about it. I think the gameplay was really fun. I beat it on pacifist and genocide mode. Genocide mode.
You beat Sans?
Yeah, genocide mode was way more fun.
Genocide mode was super fun. Like I enjoyed the pacifist run just because it, like I said, is more emotional. I like that stuff. I think it's great. But the genocide run was pretty fun.
The genocide run was just the atmosphere was just creepier. I like that. The boss fights were awesome.
Yeah.
The music for it.
Yeah. Like Sans and Undying. Those were both really good. And let's see. The music was also better, specifically for Undying. That was great. And I just have good memories of that game. It's really good. I had a lot of fun with it.
The one thing I took away from it and keep with me is the music.
Yeah.
Like, I really enjoyed the music.
I think the music was also done by the same person that did the Homestuck music.
Yeah, he did some of the Homestuck music.
Yeah. That's always good for me.
Well, I don't know why I never finished Undertale. Like,
He could just get bored of it pretty easy, probably.
because like, I know it's heavily inspired by Earthbound, and like the guy also made the Earthbound hack, which is amazing, and I love that. But
Yeah.
like, I don't know why I never finished it, because
It feels like it's definitely not for everyone. Like, everyone was saying that, oh, it's like the perfect game. It's really just not for everyone.
Yeah.
Like, I personally adore the game, but it feels like only a few people would actually adore the game. Like, if it wasn't such a boom, I wouldn't expect many people to be obsessed with the game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I've never played it, but I've seen the entire game like 3 times.
Eric, explain to the audience why I haven't played it.
Okay, Carter.
Never played it.
Carter thinks
You did play it.
Carter thinks he can just Steam share it with me, but I want to actually have it. I want it purchased for me. I want it money paid.
So,
Isn't it like $10?
for Christmas,
It's just $10.
I'm not gonna
for
pay.
this, I made an account and I Steam shared with Eric, Alex, and Shalud. And all of them had access to Undertale because I bought it on that account. Eric had access to it, but he refused to play it.
Jeez.
Freaking
I
Eric.
don't even own Hotline Miami 2 right here. I Steam share it with my brother.
Eric would shame you, Ian.
What?
Eric, shame Ian.
You good?
Yes.
I mean,
You're fired.
honestly, I probably don't feel as strongly about that now, but I mean,
Then play it.
Would
Then
you still
play
play
it.
it?
I mean, I've already seen the entire thing like 3 times. I'm probably not gonna play it,
That's a good point.
God, Eric, you're so stupid.
but I still
I played
enjoyed
a little
watching
bit.
it.
I really enjoyed what I played of it. I'll probably get back into it one day.
Yeah. It was
Also-
great.
Also, To the Moon is an amazing game,
Mm-hmm.
and you should all play it.
All right,
Yeah.
So, is it my turn?
I believe it is.
Yep.
Okay. The next game on my list is Rivals of Aether.
Ew.
Eric, shut
Shut
up.
up before I beat you.
Feature like my meat.
Yes,
Um,
Daddy.
Okay, son.
Okay. Never mind.
Okay, so Rivals of Aether is a Super Smash Bros. Inspired game where it's just a 2D fighting game. It was made by a man named Dan Fornfus. I think that's how you pronounce it.
Forness.
It's
Yeah,
just one
there you
dude.
go.
Dan Forness.
I think it's like mostly made by one guy, but I'm pretty sure other people helped him with it.
He has people who help him produce
Yeah,
it.
that's what I thought. But it's mostly created by him. What I really like about this game is every character feels different. And, like, people say that about other games, but this game it's really different. Because like characters like Crafter, he has smash attacks he can only do in the air, not in the ground.
And he has 4 jumps.
He has like 4 jumps, yeah. His side B actually
Recovery.
boosts his-
Technical difficulties. It stopped recording for some reason.
It's Carter's fault.
Yep.
Oh yeah, just me. Yep.
Okay.
Alex.
So. Okay, so I think I was in the middle of saying something about Raster. He's okay. So he's special because he can do smash attacks in the air, but not on the ground. So he has special things like that. Zetterburn, he has the ability to catch enemies on fire, and then when they're on fire, he can do more damage to smash attacks. So each character has their own kind of special properties that you don't get in other games.
On top of that, something I really enjoyed about the game is that everything feels intuitive. Like, it feels like a beginner can just walk into it and just know combos. Like, they can end up doing a combo without meaning to. Like, everything about it just feels very natural. It feels flowy. It feels fun. It's just a really good game.
Yeah, everything just feels super smooth when you're trying to play it. I think even Eric here could play it.
Oh.
Ooh.
I think he should, actually.
Well, there's playing it and then playing it well.
But
I
yeah, there's stuff about the game like there's a percentage system like Smash does, where higher percentage the further you get pushed back. Instead of shields, they have parrying, which the closest kind of thing in Smash is counters, where when they counter it, the person just gets stunned in the spot and you can attack them. There's no ledges, so you can't just go onto the ledge and stay there. You can jump out the wall. You can do wall jumps to get back on the stage.
Something I really like about it is that not only does it feel really intuitive, but it's also very fast-paced. Like, after playing 2 weeks straight, pretty much of Rivals of Aether with my friend Vance, after we went back to playing Smash, we couldn't. It was unbearably slow. Like, it really was. It was very hard to go back to Smash because it felt so clunky and slow. Nothing felt intuitive. Everything felt like it was just holding us back.
Yeah.
So overall, Rivals of Aether, not only is it easy to get into, but it's very fast-paced compared to it. I see it more as a Melee alternative than a Smash 4 alternative. And overall, it's just a super enjoyable game.
Yeah. It also has great music. It has a kind of a SNES kind of look to it. All the stages are really well made. They even put characters from other indie games in there, like Ori and the Blind Forest. And I think there's a character called Ranon that's coming out soon. I think he might be from an indie game, but I'm not sure.
I don't believe Rano is from
Rano, that's what it is.
Their game. But Rano is a new character, and that's something also nice about the game. It's kind of a new release, so you'll constantly be getting new characters being introduced. And it's just something to really... It's easy to get into the game, and there's stuff that's updating about it, so it's just super fun to be a part of it.
Yeah. So I recommend picking up that game, too. It's $15 on Steam, and it's really fun.
I'm interested. Does it have online multiplayer?
Yes.
Alright. So, Carter, do you have a little special game you want to talk about?
Alright.
Are you gonna...
Carter?
What?
Are you gonna talk about your game?
Yeah, totally. Anyways, so this game I have 323 hours on, and that's not even all the hours I have on it. There's probably a solid 50 to 100 hours on another account I had before this one. The game is Terraria.
Yeah.
Terraria is a game that I have loved since the beginning. I got it when it was, let's say, in beta when I got it, or it was very early when it started. Man, I had so many memories from this game. I remember just doing playthrough over playthrough of this game, and I haven't gotten old of it yet. Like, if I was in the mood to start playing it again, I would gladly do a full playthrough of the game right now.
Yeah.
I see it as just a straight up phenomenal game. I love that game a lot. It's
amazing.
Yeah, I just love it. I haven't had any problems with it per se. I've just really enjoyed it.
Yeah, it's a pretty fun game to come back to because there's so many ways to play the game.
Yeah, and there's so many ways you can build too. I love the building mechanics in it. It feels like you can do a lot of unique things with that. And it feels like the bosses are all super fun. And they kind of like put aside focus updating it, but even then, you can expect some big updates from it. Like, for example, there would just be random updates, like every half year, I would say by now. Like, it used to get updated a lot more, but now that's older, it's not. But when it is updated, they're huge updates, and you can expect a lot. For example, the most recent update, I think it was early this summer, they introduced a whole new game mode inside the game.
Serious?
And there's new items, there was new everything.
Wait, what?
And it was all... Yeah, it was a crossover with, like, a tower defense game. And it was a fun crossover. I think they did awesome.
What is this, a crossover episode?
They added more stuff. So that got me back into playing the game again. And honestly, it'll be hard for the game to get too repetitive.
Yeah.
Because there's so many unique things you can do and so many things you can find out. So many rare drops.
So much content.
There's a lot of content. And getting 100% on all of the achievements is probably near impossible. Because one of them includes fishing a lot. And that's like the lamest thing in the game.
Nobody likes to fish.
And it's like complete 500 fishing quests. And I'm pretty sure like only 1% of the people who own the game have that completed.
I've never fished once.
I have every achievement in the game besides the fishing ones.
Fishing in Terraria is the one time fishing is actually fun for me. And fishing in Terraria is pretty broken for early levels. Or not early levels, I mean early stages in the game. Because you can get some stupid, powerful stuff.
Wait, can you, like, catch weapons?
Yeah.
Oh,
and there's, like, a pickaxe you can get. It's pretty good. There's a lot of stuff.
How does fishing work? Like, what do you do?
I believe you either craft the rod. I think there's like 2 rods you can craft. I'm not sure about that though. And then you just cast it in a pool of water, and then like you get different stuff based on the environment and time of day, I guess. And then you can do quests with the angler and get different stuff.
That's one thing I also like about the game. NPCs.
Yeah, that's the best part in my opinion.
Yeah.
There's content. There's actual storyline too. There's some guidance, but even then it's so free. There's so many things that have absolutely no guidance behind them. But there's still a trail if you want to follow it.
Yeah.
This is great.
I love the what?
I like how, no matter how many times they update it, it's still a good game. It's just, I don't know. Like, with most games, or a lot of games, like, they'll keep updating it, and then it eventually just, like, they ended up with the game.
I love the random raids that happen when you don't expect it.
Oh, do you mean like solar eclipses?
Like when all the pirates come.
Oh.
My problem with that is that the only one that really has any effect on you is the solar eclipse. And even then, like, very far end game, that it, like, just gets annoying by then.
Well, they're fun in the early game.
Yeah, early game it feels like, oh, it's a surprise, now we gotta prepare, right?
Yeah.
But as the game continues, it feels like it just gets more of an inconvenience.
Yeah, that's true.
But even then, I feel like that chance of randomness is nice.
Uh-huh.
And then there's also the thing where NPCs can die, right? There's a lot of things you need to take into account the game.
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
Oh, is it my turn now?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead with one of my favorite games of all time.
Okay, let me tell y'all about a little game called Don't Starve. It's
Oh, I'm hungry.
Yeah, shut up. Okay, let me
Fuck
just.
you.
Okay, so it's developed by Cly Entertainment. In case you were wondering, it's a survival game. It's like a top-down kind of thing. It has a really cool art style.
It's like Minecraft.
No,
Like
it's
a
not like
Tim Burton
Minecraft,
art
you
style.
dingus.
Damn it.
It's a Tim Burton art style.
Yeah, kind of like that.
If you're familiar with that.
Call me
Should
Aaron,
be.
or...
It's a really difficult survival game. You gotta balance your health, your food, and your sanity. And I mean, there's just a lot of things to do in the game, and it's just fun to play. I never get like I always come back to it, and it's still fun.
So I believe I played a ton of Dawnstar. It was like the only game I played about the end of last year. End of junior year, I guess. And I think there's 2 DLCs, Reign of Giants and Shipwrecked. I thought Shipwrecked would be a lot better. And I was really confused about why everyone was giving it crap, but after I played it a bit, I kind of understand. It's not that fun. Or the Shipwrecked one isn't that fun. Because it kind of just... It makes like a new game for you to play instead of the normal Don't Starve.
Mm-hmm.
And Reign of Giants, it does way better on that. Because Reign of Giants just adds to the base, I'm pretty sure. And so, if you ever see what people not talk about Shipwreck, that's why. I didn't like that one, but Reign of Giants was pretty good. I had a ton of fun with the game. I think it's called Story Mode. The one where you have to find Maxwell's door, and then you enter like the 5 different challenges. You know about that, Eric?
Yeah, I've never gotten that far.
Minecraft story mode?
Oh, I've been that before, and that part's really fun. I had a lot of fun trying to do the challenges as different people. I know I played the robot, and that was stupid broken for that game mode, but I had a lot of fun doing that, and the base survival game's pretty fun too.
Oh yeah, another cool thing that I forgot to mention is that there's a lot of different characters you can choose at the beginning of the game, and they all have different things they can do, and it's really neat to see which ones do better.
Eric, who was your favorite character?
I mean, I usually use Maxwell, but
Spider Person.
Weber. Weber's really nice.
No, the broken guy that can turn into a beaver.
I like the one that
Woody.
can set things on fire.
Willow.
Yeah,
Willow's really... Willow's alright.
I guess it's not that useful.
Like, she's just not fun, I don't think. Like, I know with...
Oh, I like
this-
what's his name? The strong guy.
Oh, he's fun. How far did you get, Eric, in the game? Like, how many characters did you unlock?
I don't know.
It sounds to me like you haven't seen a lot of them, because I know Willow and the strong guy, Wolfgang, I guess, are like the 2 first ones you get.
I think I've gotten to like, I have the teacher. I have
Oh,
Wickerbottom. I think.
yeah, that's her name.
I think I have the beaver guy.
Yeah, I didn't like Wickerbottom. I think my favorite was... Oh, Weber was just stupid broken, I think. Like, the robot guy was really fun to play, because he just got really strong as him.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I also like the one chick in Reign of Giants with the freaking Viking persona, because she was an actor, or actress. Do you know that, Ian?
What? Sorry? Say that again.
The Viking chick in Reign of Giants.
I don't.
Oh, so I think she starts with like a spear and a hat, and those are both like really strong really strong armor and a weapon, I guess. But you can only eat meat. It was awesome. I like that one because you just go around killing everything.
Well, I love doing that.
Oh yeah.
Don't come to school tomorrow.
Yeah. Weber was stupid broke. I didn't really understand how to get Weber, so I kind of had to look it up. I got like Weber School, and I'm like, what do I do with this? You have to like find a grave and then and then like bury the skull, and then I guess you unlock him.
I like the pig guys in the game.
Oh yeah, those are great. Maxwell's also kind of fun to play, I guess.
I mean,
He's weird.
I just choose him because he's the default. Like,
no, that's Wilson. Maxwell's
yeah.
He's the tall dude.
Yeah.
He's really weird to play, but
what's
kind of
his
fun.
What's his ability? What does he do?
Oh god, I don't think he loses sanity, and he starts off with different stuff, and he thrives off of nightmare fuel. I think. Like, you start with the sword, and I believe you get nightmare fuel off of a lot of things. I don't remember, though. What? Jesus. Okay, anyways. Ian, tell us about Woo Dave.
Oh, man.
Oh no.
You can't have Ian without a little Whoa Dave. See, one day I was browsing the Nintendo DSe shop, and I found a little game called. I was looking in the upcoming game section, and I found one called Whoa Dave. So I think, wow, that's a cool little title. Like, man is yellow. What's not to love? I watched the trailer, and I thought it looked like a fun little game by some company called Choice Provisions, which I've never heard of. I did some more research on the game and found out that Choice Provisions was actually Gaijin Games, who is one of my favorite developers. They developed the Bit Troop series, and so I had to play Whoa Dave right when it came out. So I bought the game when it came out. I think it was, September 2014. Gosh, that's a long time. Yeah, it came out then, and I played it, and I fell in love with it. It was just like the perfect combination of like classic graphics, music, and just like great gameplay. Like super intense, easy to pick up, simple gameplay, and that's what I love. And Whoa Dave was just that. So I played it, and I played it for hours and hours and hours. And
when it comes down to it, I really enjoy arcade games like that, where like you can pick it up whenever, but you can also drop it whenever.
Yeah, and you can just come back to it anytime and have
where
a
it can
great
be
play.
Pretty casual. No, it's an arcade game, but you can get it on your DS, and it's nice.
Yeah, it's great.
You should mention Space Dave.
Wait, I'm not done talking about Space Dave.
Oh.
I mean Whoa Dave.
Okay.
So I just kept on playing it, and my scores kept getting better and better. I got $1, then I got $3, and $4, and $5. I remember my $5 mark. I was very excited. And I always saw the one achievement, you can call me Aaron Burr, which is get $10. This seemed, of course, impossible, but I've always been one to achieve the seemingly impossible in platform games, such as Super Meat Boy and Spelunky. So I kept working and working. I got to $8, $9 and gosh, like 50 cents. And then one day I finally reached the $10. And I almost died. It was great. I remember I was on the bus that day going to school. And I like died on the bus, but and then that didn't make me stop playing the game. I kept going. And then Whoa Dave Deluxe came out. I heard so much about it, And Wodave Deluxe is like just a crazy update, which adds a lot more content, 2 new maps, and more characters. It also added, so I guess before you could play as a Command Girl Video, Blue Dave, and
which means who's this turkey?
Yeah, that turkey or Dave, and then gosh, who was the other one? It wasn't Invisible Dave. I think it was just those 2.
It was the little robot from Gaijin Games, I think.
No, it wasn't Robotonic.
Okay.
I don't know who it was, but they came out and as playable characters, like selectable characters, instead of like an input. So the inputs became somebody tell me. It was the Easter eggs when it turns all the eggs into Easter eggs.
Yeah.
And then also one other one I forgot, and they also added a new cheat code, which I found all on my own. It's the Command Girl Video cheat code, done twice and upside down, and you're completely invisible. So that's also really fun to play. Anyways, I'm ranting. And at first, okay, never mind that. When you die, there's this really weird thing that happens, and all the aliens turn into people, and you're in a city. So there's lots and lots of theories about this, but
I don't know about lots.
Okay, yeah, you're right. There's a couple theories from the few people who play the game.
Very, very few people.
Yeah. What's your record on it again?
Oh yeah, anyway, I forgot about that part. I kept playing the game, and I ended up getting the world record, which is $35.88. Now, of course, this record didn't last very long, but you know.
Who beat it?
The other Ian Thomas Jeremiah Sheffrey.
And aren't you friends with him now?
Yeah, we're actually friends, because we're the biggest 2 Wodave fans in the entire world.
The only Wodave fans.
And we actually developed a theory about Dave's true identity and what his goal is in Wodave. And I can explain that if you want. It's kind of long.
For another podcast.
We should, yeah.
How is it that long?
Let's dedicate a whole podcast episode to that. How about that, Ian?
Okay, that'd be good.
Let's
invite Ian to it.
Let's have a podcast when Space Dave comes out.
Okay.
That's
and
a
also
good one.
Space Dave is a thing, and it also even just the trailer, I revealed so much about the game, the game story, and also Dave 3.
What
is the thing?
Dave 3?
Oh,
Yeah. You haven't heard about Dave 3?
No.
They announced it about, I think it was a year ago maybe, but before they were even done with Space Dave, Jason confirmed the existence of a 3rd Dave game.
Wow.
What? What if it's a 3D platformer?
No, it's not a 3D platformer. I doubt that.
Could you imagine? Well, no,
No.
because they did show off Dave Lownuts in the Runner 3 trailer,
Yeah,
and that's
But-
just 3D model.
but Runner 3 isn't a 3D platformer.
But it's 3D in this next
I
one, because
know.
they showed a 3D model of Dave Lownuts.
And I think that Dave is beautiful.
It's terrifying. Eric, put up a picture right now
Of what?
of the Dave Lownuts from the trailer.
Well, I mean, yeah, okay. There it is.
Okay. Thanks, that's enough.
Anyway, Wodave is one of my favorite games. Actually, To the Moon is higher up on my list than Wodave. So, you guys should play To the Moon.
And Hotline Miami.
You can skip it.
Right.
Just play To the Moon, please. Please play.
Can you guys stop changing the font?
I also bought Wodave for 10 people.
Yeah, I got it from my boy Ian.
Yeah.
I didn't.
Okay.
So, next up is Alex. Hello?
Alex?
Oh, sorry. I forgot. I'm on press to talk. Anyways, a game that I've been playing somewhat recently, that I haven't been playing that much of, but I still kind of like it, is Polybridge. It's just a generic bridge building game. You know, the ones you see on Congregate. But this one costs money. But this one actually has good graphics that I like. So the whole thing is just there's like a career that you follow. Like there's a bunch of different levels, different worlds, and you just build bridges. There's a lot of different types of cars that go over the bridges, different types of materials to build your bridges, all the generic stuff. And basically, that's about it. There's also like community sharing on it, which I think is one of the cooler things about it. Like you can make a different challenge for the community to see, and there's like different leaderboards. Anyways, have you guys seen this game?
Yeah, I've seen it.
I have not.
I've heard of it. Yeah, I've seen a bit of gameplay, but not too much.
Yeah, I don't think there's a lot of there's a lot of unique things about it. I think it's a pretty generic game, but I think the main point about it is that it's just good to stimulate your brain.
Yeah.
That's my favorite part about it.
Yeah.
That's nice.
And that's about all there is to say about it. There's not a whole lot.
I saw Jacksepticeye play it once.
Yeah.
I think that's where I saw it too.
Oh, also, I think a lot of a couple of league esports pros. I think they play Polybridge in their free time, or sometimes they do. It's a pretty, stimulating game. That's all I have to say about it.
Well, nice.
How about that Super Meat Boy?
Okay, so I put as number 3 on my list, Super Meat Boy.
Yeah.
Now, I have mixed feelings about this game, like most people do. It's a really fun platformer where you're this little guy called Meat Boy.
Yeah.
And your goal is to save Bandage Girl, but Dr. Fetus keeps stopping you.
Bandage Girl's your girlfriend.
What's his name?
Dr. Fetus?
Dr. Fetus?
Yeah.
He's a fetus in a glass jar wearing a tuxedo.
I never knew that.
And he also hates he hates Meat Boy. His name is not Super Meat Boy.
Yeah.
This is
Now, this game, it's extremely hard. Even our pro gamer here, Ian, cannot beat it.
What do you mean I can't beat
All
it?
of it. All of it.
I can't beat the Dark World.
Yeah, that's what.
That's included in the game.
I'm sorry. Well, how many games have you 100% ended? I'm not asking Eric because I know Eric 100%'s a lot of stuff.
Let me check.
I haven't wrote down the list, but no, it's a few games. Quite a few
Super
games.
Meat Boy is tough as nails. How are you supposed to 106% it, dude?
106?
The completionist did it.
Really? He's like amazing. So,
Well, aren't you amazing too?
yeah, I am.
You're a pro PC gamer.
I'm pretty amazing.
This game, it originally came out as, I think it was just called Meat Boy when it's back on Newgrounds. And it was really fun back then, and it's still fun right now.
Yeah, dude.
But I hate this game a lot because of how hard it is. And if we were a news journalist, we could say it's the Dark Souls of Mario.
Yeah.
You could say that.
It's such a good game, though. Like, the level design is amazing, and the controls are perfect, and man.
That sounds like someone with a serious case of sucking. Just kidding. It is a pretty tough game.
Shut up, Carter.
It caused me so
Let's
much
see.
anger.
What else do I have to say about this game?
It's great.
On the Switch, you're putting a new version of it, which is called...
Isn't it a sequel?
Yeah, it's a sequel. It's Super Meat Boy Forever. And this, Super Meat Boy has a son.
I can't believe you had a little kid.
Yeah. But the thing that I hate the most about it is that it's an auto runner. So you don't control how fast you run. When you run, it just automatically runs.
It's like Super Mario Run.
Yeah, which I don't really like how they did that. But
yeah, I don't know. It's still gonna. I don't know.
I think it's gonna make it a lot harder to play. Like a lot harder.
But it doesn't look like Meat Boy.
Yeah, like I don't know. We'll have to see when it comes out how well it plays, but it just doesn't seem the same for now.
And also, Edmund McMillan and Tommy Griffin is also known as Team Meat. They're also making they're making another game. What's it called? The cat game.
Let me see.
Gosh, they actually stopped developing it just to work on Super Meat Boy Forever.
Was it the live action stealth game?
I don't know.
Eugenics.
Eugenics, that's it.
The
And
cat breeding sim?
it looks really weird.
What the?
Yeah,
Never heard of this.
but interesting story.
I love the art style of their games. Or the Team Meat games. Like, they have a really cool art style that I really like.
Yeah. You talking about classic Meat Boy or Super Meat Boy Forever? Because they're very different.
Well, like all the cutscenes have like a certain kind of art style that I really like.
I gotcha.
Like, it's like a certain kind of cartoonish.
They're cool.
You know, I'm looking back at Ahead in Time, and it kind of reminds me of freaking Ukulele. Because the way they're running. I hope it doesn't end up like it. Anyways, my bad. I was just looking back at it.
Well, Carter, it's your turn to talk about.
Yeah.
Oh boy. I gotta talk about a game. I know Ian really likes this game.
It's very well appreciated in this group.
In fact, I'm pretty sure he actually brought it up earlier. It is Spelunky. I believe I have around 80 to 90 hours in this game. And oh boy, I freaking adore this game.
I'll spelunk your ass.
What?
It's just, it's an amazing game. Pretty much the idea of the game is you're a treasure hunter. And you have to go through all these caverns and levels to get to the end. And the thing I like about it is that it's extremely difficult, and that it feels like it has me hooked, right? But the thing about it is that you can also just pause it whenever. And you can put it down and pick it up whenever. But you can also play it for like 5 hours straight.
Yeah.
Dude.
And it's super challenging. How I play the game, which is probably the reason I've never beaten it, is I go in guns blazing, just running around like a retard. Well, it's like I'll even do that in Mario games. Like in a Mario game, I'll run the entire way through, right? I won't take my time, and I'll die a lot, but that's how I enjoy the game, right?
Are you dumb?
That's how I play Mario,
Yes,
and that's why I suck at Mario.
But that's also how I play Spelunky. Like, if I'm really in the mood, I could take my time and look through the levels.
Wait,
But
are you saying you don't get the star coins?
Shut up.
Eric,
Have you guys ever watched me play a Mario game?
No.
I'm actually really bad at Mario.
Huh.
okay, it's just the freaking Wii ones, like Super Mario Bros. Wii U.
Ian, are you talking about the side scrollers or the 3D games?
The side scrollers.
Yeah, I can't play
Getting
those.
something like freaking. Okay, like even on the old side scrollers, like Super Mario Bros. 2, it was a prominent one in my childhood. I'd run through every level.
That's
I really like the second one. But
The only one I'm good at is Super Mario World.
Yeah.
I thought we were talking about Spelunky, but okay.
Whatever.
It's like the same.
Anyways, back to Spelunky. Feels like every time you play it, you can be experienced to something new. Because the levels are automatically generated, and it feels like there's enemies. The one thing that drives me insane about it is how sometimes you're just in a very unfortunate position and you just instantly die. Like, you can have 6 lives and you'll somehow find a way to die and you can't do anything about it. Like, you'll get hit consecutively 6 times and you can't move the entire time. And it's stuff like that that just makes me depressed. Like, or something hits you into spikes which insta-kill you. Like, it's stuff like that where it's like, are you kidding me? Like, what can I do against that? But even then, I really enjoy the game. And there's a lot of other routes you can do.
My Firefox just crashed.
Oh, Rick.
It's not always linear, right?
That's my fault.
You can take a very straightforward path, but there's a lot of side things you can do. And I feel like that brings a lot of new challenges to the game and a lot of new things you can try out.
Dude, man, I have so many good memories of Spelunky. Before the HD came out, I used to play it every day on my laptop when I got home from school.
It's so fun.
And I just play it every day. And then the HD version came out, and it's so much better than the original. I can't even talk about how much better it is. But I just love all like the advanced tactics and like how, I don't know, it's just, I love it. The random generation, the enemies, the secrets, there's so many secrets.
Yeah, that's a very nice part about the game. There's a lot of secrets. There's a lot of exploration you need to do. You can chuck bombs everywhere, you can kill yourself easily, and honestly, it's just a super fun game. And I have a lot of hours on it, and it's something that I will play for a while.
I think I have like 130 on it.
You like 200 hours.
Not that many. I'll say 130.
I can
Only HD on my computer.
139.
I actually used to play it at my friend Ben's house a lot in other places. But man, it's just such a good game. And actually, Derek Yu, the creator, wrote a book about it, and I got it.
Oh, you did?
Oh.
Yeah, I haven't read the whole thing yet, but it just talks about like what makes, like, how do you do random generation so good, and like his inspirations for the game and stuff.
Yeah, it's a very well made game.
It's so good.
Overall, like, I don't really have a constructed list of favorite indie games, but probably the 3 I've talked about are my 3 favorites. So I would definitely say Spelunky's up there. If not, then definitely top 5.
Anyways.
If I could read the document, I could.
We keep crashing.
Just reopen it. Oh, actually, never mind.
It
I need-
Keeps crashing.
Wait, what just happened? Wait.
I mean,
Never mind.
well,
Anyways.
it's my turn anyways.
Yeah, anyways.
So,
Now we're talking about publisher.
yes, now
Yeah.
we, in addition to the 3 games, we also had a publisher to choose. Now, I didn't choose one until very recently. And I chose Way Forward, the company that makes the Shantae games, and they also made DuckTales Remastered. I don't know what that's about.
Cocktail.
Wait, really?
Yeah,
Nice.
but I haven't played the Shantae games, but they look super fun.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
WayForward also publishes a lot of stuff, don't they?
I think they also put, did Mighty Switch Force? Did they?
Maybe.
Yeah, they did. Way Forward.
Yeah, Way Forward.
You can tell because it's kind of sexualized.
Ah.
Anyways. Yeah, I had a I had a lot of fun with the first Shantae. I didn't really play the other ones, though.
Well, yeah, that's all for mine. How about you, Ian?
Well, I was going to talk about choice provisions, but then Sloop took it. And I was going to talk about Mossmouth games, but then Carter talked about Spelunky. So, I'm going to talk about, EA Games, my favorite indie publisher. And my favorite
I'm sorry,
game
what?
from them. I like Call of Duty Black Ops 3 is my favorite indie.
What?
I always forget what EA makes.
EA Sports.
What is EA? Something Ducks
Game.
on.
They sound like not a good company. Oh, dude, they make Madden. That's awesome.
That makes shut up, Alice.
What? I played Madden as a kid. It's alright.
Come on, guys, it's good.
I never
There's
played
things-
Madden. When I got my Nintendo 64, it came with about 20-something games. And I played all of them except for Madden 99. I never even put it in.
Oh
And
my
I
god.
probably never will.
Okay, this is unironic, but they're making Star Wars Battlefront 2. That's gonna be good.
Yeah.
So I mean,
We'll see about that. But
Does EA
You
count as
can't
indie
diss them on it.
developer?
no, they don't.
Then what are we
No.
talking about EA?
Why would they count as indie?
what's wrong?
Nintendo counts as indie.
No! I don't know who to talk about. I might just talk about Spars Vector.
Just talk about Devolver Digital.
No, it's okay.
Oh my god, what did you do to the font?
You can pass if you want.
Alex, I text rotated it.
I could
Wait,
talk about
you can do that?
Faucet.
Yeah.
You can't.
Okay, Eric, you need to send a screenshot of what it looks like right now.
Okay.
So
No,
are we
someone-
still
I don't
talking-
even know. Wait, what?
Still talking about publishers and stuff.
Oh,
Yeah, but it's not your turn.
Oh, here, I'll talk about Paul Bird.
Oh my
Oh, Paul
god.
Bird. The
We all
one and
know
only.
Paul
Yeah.
Bird.
I guess he is.
Paul
Explain
Bird is-
his games.
Unfortunately.
Paul Bird is a great man. He made Wild Animal Racing.
Yeah. And that's all there is to say about it.
Need I say more?
can someone fix the document?
No.
And he also came out with another game called Help Aliens, and it's not as good as Wild Animal Racing.
Alien
but
Isolation,
nevertheless,
you mean?
it's both. It's so confusing what the I don't know what it's called, because parts of the Steam store say Alien Insanity and parts of it say Help Aliens, and when you download it, it says Help Aliens, but the Steam title says Insanity, and I just
Yeah.
I don't know. But Choice Provision / Gaijin Games is my favorite indie developer.
Yeah.
That's all I have to say.
Cool.
I think it's Alex's turn next.
Yeah, so mine is Stardock now. So
Stardock.
Yeah, basically. So
Essentially.
Stardock doesn't just do games. They're mostly known for their software. They made software for Windows to optimize your experience, including software where you could connect multiple PCs with one keyboard and mouse. You can change the start menu, organize desktop shortcuts, all that stuff. But the stuff I care about are their games, and that includes Galactic Civilizations, which I haven't played. I heard that's good. Off-World Trading Company. I've seen gameplay of it, and I heard Ashes of the Singularity is pretty good, but they're mostly just space games. But the only game I actually care about is Star Control. Now, Star Control is one of my favorite games ever. If you don't know what Star Control is, it's a very old, I guess, 3DO game. There's the first one that no one really cares about, but the second one was praised as one of the best games ever for 3DO, I think. And I think there's a PC port too. There's a PC port for called Aircon Masters 2 for modern systems. And then they also made a third one, and that kind of sucked. So, Stardock took the franchise, they went back, and they're doing a sequel of Star Control 2 called Star Control Origins. Actually, it's not really a sequel, it's just like a spiritual successor. And it's like a prequel to the whole thing in a separate universe. That's all there is to say about Stardock, I guess. And like that's all I care about for them, because they're making almost like a sequel for my favorite game, one of my favorite games ever.
Which is
Star Control Origins. Or Star Control.
Nice.
Oh yeah, you said that.
The game's called Star Control Origins.
Okay,
So
before Stu goes, I just changed my developer to Nicholas.
Good. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
That's a fair choice. I'm glad you chose them.
Because
Now explain why.
They publish so many great games like BB,
A lot.
Cave Story, some other ones I forgot. But they also developed the Rarium game called 1001 Spikes, and also
They made that?
there's a prequel called 1000 Spikes. I never played that one though, because it's on the Xbox 360, and I don't. 1001 Spikes is one of my favorite indie games ever, and it's super difficult, and it's really great, and there's like a lot of references to other games in there, and like it's just so great.
Okay. I have to mention, their website is extremely well made.
It's really good.
Wait, what's it called?
Nicholas. Nicalis.
It's Nicalis.
Nicholas.
Yeah, that's what I've been heard. That's been hearing a lot.
Oh.
But their website is really, really well made.
Oh my god.
I think did they publish La Molana also?
I think so.
I think so. I hate that game with a passion.
Oh.
Dude, this is awesome.
Yeah, they have a really, really nice website. I love most of the games.
Dude, this game this
Wait,
website's
did I hear
awesome.
a good website? I need to see this.
Yeah, Carter, you have to see it. Like,
They're all on
it's
Switches.
yeah, see?
Nintendo
All the games
Switches.
are on Switch.
Wait, what?
Yeah, all the games are approach on Switch.
Yeah, you should go into
This
the...
is beautiful.
Wait, VVVVV2?
Wait, what?
VVVVV is on Switch?
Well, on the website, like, all the games that they're shown on the game side are all on Switches.
Oh really?
Well, not all of them.
Did they change it?
This is beautiful. Holy crap.
Yeah, I really like this website. Wow.
It's great.
Oh, they
That's
published
awesome.
VVVV.
Yeah.
Ah, cool.
VVVV is awesome, I love it.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Okay.
What a
Time to
neat
talk about
website.
the publisher I chose, which is Choice Provisions.
Oh boy.
Now,
Oh, they
you
totally changed their website.
Choice Provisions or not, Nicholas?
Oh, I forgot they published by anyway. It used to be like a bunch of islands. Anyways, keep going.
Okay. So, a lot of you probably have heard of Choice Provisions before, but not known what they've made. Or at least know what they've made, but haven't heard of the company before, that's what I meant to say. Now, if you're familiar with the BitTrip series, which is, it stars the character Captain Video, Commander Video, I mean, and it's a platformer where you make the music while playing the game. And it's a really interesting concept.
It's not just a platformer. There's 6 different bit.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just a really, really interesting concept to have, like, where it's, like, kind of based around music in some senses.
Yeah, definitely.
But they also make games like, you probably haven't heard about these games like Tharsis, Laser Light,
Destructomundo.
Destructomundo, and Wodave and Space Dave, which we talked about those games earlier in the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
And
I
all
love
the
all
games
their
just-
games.
Yeah, they just feel really high quality.
I'm also
a company
super
that does
biased
like this.
towards them.
Yeah, because you play all their games. But for the longest time, I didn't know that they the people who made BitTrip. I thought like Nintendo made BitTrip, so I was really confused when I found out that these people were the ones who made one of my favorite games as a kid. So it's a really cool publisher. I really enjoy their games. I just recommend anyone here watching the podcast to check them out.
Yeah,
Check
and
them out.
actually, the Bit Trip series has a very deep storyline. If you didn't know.
Yeah, like I forgot how it goes, but it's pretty deep.
Sounds pretty deep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ian, can you elaborate a little bit?
I forgot all the details, but it basically goes through his life. Like Bit Trip, Beat, which is the first game, is him entering into the world, and then like the second game is like him like figuring out the world, and like the next game is like him like struggling or something, and then Bit Trip Runner is like his like physical embodiment and like him as something, and then Bit Trip Fate is his death, and Bit Trip Flux, which is Bit Trip Beat but reversed, is like his ascension into the afterlife or something like that.
And isn't the Runner series like him teaming up with other kind of indie characters?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, not really.
I know that's what Runner 2 is kind of slightly about.
No, it's just the DLC. I don't
Oh.
know where Runner 2 and Runner 3 fit into the Bit Trip storyline. I guess it's just like after the Bit Trip Runner and then before Fate. Like his adventures in the physical world.
Mm-hmm.
And he's trying to kill Timbletot because Timbletot's a jerk.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's move right along to Carter's thing.
So, the first thing that came to mind for me, because I have absolutely nothing else I can think of right now, because I was supposed to find one, Gearbox Software.
Mm-hmm.
Does anyone here actually know what they did?
They sound...
No.
I think
Let me
I've
see.
heard of them.
Oh, they did Borderlands.
Okay.
Is definitely what I love them for. Borderlands is my favorite FPS of all time.
Are they an indie series or indie developer?
I honestly
Oh, God.
don't even know. That's just the only thing I can think of right now.
Yeah,
Okay.
no. They're indie.
They made Battleborn.
Yeah, they did make Battleborn.
Oh, they're publishing We Happy Few.
Oh, are they?
That's a good one.
That's a game I definitely wanted to get, but I haven't gotten it yet.
Yeah. Well,
Anyways,
it's coming to PC on April 13th.
I don't really know what to say besides they make good games.
Yeah. Well, what are the career opportunities for them? They're always hiring.
Yeah.
So your future could be with them.
Yeah. It feels like they know what they're doing. Like, compared to everyone in the gaming industry, it feels like they're not complete retards. Like, they're not... People don't rely on them as much to make, like, the big games that everyone's expecting, but they know what they're doing, and they make some of the really good games.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like with COD, everyone's super critical over COD because a lot of the games... Like, I heard the new COD game sucks. Like, just absolutely is awful.
Yeah.
And a lot of that is because people are depending on these companies, 3 companies that interchangeably make the game. They're relying on them all to make good games. Feels like Gearbox, even though they're not reliant on making COD, they know what they're doing and they make really good games. They made Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3.
Yeah, I saw that on the list.
Wait, what?
Yeah, dude. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, that's my input.
I think we're done with all of them.
Wow.
That's all of our inputs,
This was
actually.
a big podcast for big boys.
Yep.
Also,
Think a podcast.
some runner-ups include Ace of Spades.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah.
Castle
For me, like-
Crashers, Alien
My
Harmony,
favorite indie game is
Battleblock
Rock,
Theater.
Paper, Scissors Champion. The craft on that painting on whatever.
Oh my gosh, dude. Fez is amazing.
Oh, I love Fez.
Carol Blaster.
Euro Truck Simulator.
That's not indie. Actually, I don't know. Is it?
Is it?
Hey, do you
know.
think you could consider Telltale Games
Rogue
to
Legacy.
be
No, because
Telltale Games?
I think they get funding for some of their stuff.
Super Surgeon Simulator 2013.
Oh, yeah.
Proteus.
Proteus. That's a fun one.
Wikipedia says Telltale is an independent video game developer.
Oh.
And
Well,
also Trine. And Trine 2 and Trine 3.
How about Mojang, people who made Minecraft, my favorite game of all time?
And Super Amazing Ride Adventure.
Little Inferno is a really fun indie game.
And The Inferno.
Love Little Inferno.
Also,
World of Goo.
Ortegu.
Oh yeah.
I have an honorable mention that is also isn't out yet. Cuphead looks pretty cool.
Cuphead.
oh my god, you can pre-order it, can't you? You can pre-buy it.
Ooh, I might.
Man,
Also,
I
Race
love-
the Sun.
I love Dean, the worst player at Cuphead.
Oh, are you talking about the freaking
The guy who like took
In the
like 26 minutes to
dungeon.
get through the first level,
the
and still
freaking
couldn't beat the first level.
Hammer
Those-
Watch.
those
Down
game
low.
reviewers that can't play video games for crap?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Jesus, yeah.
Awesome Nuts.
and I'm pretty sure Choice Revisions either helps publish or published Drive.
yeah, they
make that one?
published. Yeah,
Okay.
they actually started publishing games.
That's
Dude.
cool.
Their new little thing, Choice Publishing. Kerbal Space Program. Murray. I know you guys are gonna hate me for saying this, but Plants vs. Zombies.
Dude, I
No,
love
that's
Plants
a good
vs.
one.
Zombies.
Dude, no, straight up, Garden Warfare was pretty fun.
Crush is an amazing indie game.
Okay,
Stop.
shut up, actually.
Podcast is over.
That's
Wait,
when
are
you
you,
know it's
are you over
really
now?
Well, okay.
Let's say bye to the viewers.
Alright, everyone.
Nice, nice. Bye.
This has
Viewers,
been
I love you.
the third episode of the Craftycast.
Bye to the moon, please.
What?
Yeah.
I love
Fly
you.
to the moon.
Adios, mis amigos.
Sorry for not uploading on time.
Sayonara. Boku no Tomodachi.
Olawa, Ochinshin, Karaisuke Nanda.
Omayo.
Kunichiwa.
Shinderu.
Niwatori.
You guys don't.
Olawa,
That's-
Ochinshin,
No, we're
quite
not
enough.
done. Castle Crasher is also a good game.
Karaisuke Nandayo.
See ya.
Later.
Okay, you can end it now. Bye, viewers.
Bye.
Later.
See ya.
Bye.
Goodbye.
What's happening again?
See ya.
Freaking end it, Chris.
Adios.
Bye.